Hey everyone, Chad Hasty here, host of the Chad Hasty Show, back with the morning brief. Hope you had a great weekend. Thanks to Carl Tepper for filling in for me on Monday's edition of the show. Tune in weekday mornings, 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time for the Chad Hasty Show. You can listen online at KFYO.com. And don't forget, you can follow me on Twitter, Chad Hasty Radio. A lot of stuff to talk about today on the program. Of course, all eyes in the political world focused on the state of Indiana and the primary that will happen there tonight for Ted Cruz. It's a very, very important night. If Ted Cruz wins the Indiana primary, then he can really have the excuse to go forward and to continue to challenge Donald Trump and really have an argument as far as stopping Donald Trump from getting the nomination. If Ted Cruz loses in Indiana, and I mean loses by more than 5 points in Indiana, maybe a 10-point victory by Donald Trump, that means it's all but over for Ted Cruz and everyone else trying to challenge Donald Trump. It's a very important race for Donald Trump and for Ted Cruz. If Trump wins, well, he's going to get the nomination, it looks like, before the convention. It will not be a contested convention. However, there are still opportunities out there for Ted Cruz and John Kasich to try and take away delegates and to try and prevent Donald Trump from getting the 1,237 delegates required to win the nomination. But the job becomes much tougher if Donald Trump wins Indiana. If Ted Cruz wins Indiana, again, he's got a great shot of at least stopping Donald Trump from winning the nomination. Donald Trump, it's a very close margin of error that he has to play with here, because if it all really does depend on Indiana in this case. If he wins, he's almost assured that he'll win the nomination. If he doesn't get it, then he'll probably wind up about 50 to 100 delegates short in Indiana. And plus, who knows what happens? You know, if he loses Indiana, maybe it gives more momentum to Ted Cruz. If Ted Cruz loses Indiana, Donald Trump wins, well, then that's 4 weeks in a row where Ted Cruz hasn't won anything. Momentum continues to go over to Donald Trump, and he begins to look more and more like the winner, which means that those Republicans who are on the fence, they'll go over to Donald Trump. So it's a lot of psychological games here, a lot of things at stake tonight. But know this, if Donald Trump wins, most likely 90% chance, 95% chance, 96% chance he's going to win the Republican nomination. If Ted Cruz wins, those chances of Donald Trump winning the nomination drop down to about 80% or so. So still, Trump's in a good position. Tune in to the Chad Hasty Show weekday mornings, 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time on News Talk 790 KFYO and online at KFYO.com. Have a great day. We'll talk to you on the radio from 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time.